Welcome to another exciting episode of Cheating Stories. My name is Baba and today I'm going to share the story of a girl whose name is Rachel and she was married to a man whose name was Tim. And together they had two beautiful girls and they have a very twisting story that you will be amazed to listen. So before moving towards the story, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please go ahead and subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon for the latest updates. So Rachel says that my husband and I have two beautiful girls and in front of the vault, we are living happily. But the truth is we are not happy at all. Now, this is something amazing. No, he's so abusive and always angry because that's the behavior of the husband. I was not happy at all because my husband's attitude towards me was not right at all. We did not marry each other because of love, but because it was a lost wish of both our parents. Both of our fathers were friends of each other for a long time and it was their wish that we should get married. He agreed because it was a beautiful girl and I already liked him. I didn't feel bad, but it was a forced marriage or of not my choice. Technically, it was a love marriage on my part and not on his part. Everything was fine in the first year of marriage. But after that, when I became a mother, my weight started to gain a lot. I got it back under control. And everyone was wondering how on earth you lost so much weight so quickly. I was also very happy and I was very proud of myself because it was not an easy task. But when I was back to normal and only 3 months had passed, I knew that I was going to be a mother again. God gave me a daughter again and she was born by operation. It was easy to manage the routine with a child. But there was no difference between children, which made it very difficult for me to do all this. Now, I didn't have the same passion as before. I just did the work of these two children. This is too much for me because I didn't have enough courage. The doctor told me not to have a third child because my health is not worth it. I didn't have enough courage. So when the doctor told me, I told my husband about it, but my husband only cared about my beauty and now he's not with me. So he did not like anything. Like I said before, I was never his girlfriend. I came into his life as a wife and that's all a wife can do for you. Take care of your children, to clean your home, cook for you, wash your clothes. What more she can do? I was not able to do anything more than that. But my husband did not know that he used to when his anger on me these days, he felt like the world is on him. All the problems are only his and because of me, all the problems are created in his life. My face was still pretty and I wasn't too fat, but I don't know why my husband kept bad-mouthing me. He made me feel inferior. I was useless to him. I was not a good at, taking care of the children and I was not good at running the house and I used to spend money only not to earn. While before marriage I was working and he said that you should leave this job and take care of the children. And now that day and night, I heard the same thing, that you don't work, you just spend money. You sit at home, watch TV. You run the washing machine. Don't think that all these things cost money. He calls and I have to pay the house rent and both the children have coming together, which is not much different. Whereas I told my husband that after one child, we will have a second child after 5 years. But life was so messed up that I didn't care that much. But he kept to his work and want to mine. But he used to talk to me day and night and my heart was very sad about it. I kept thinking that it's my fault, that everything has happened because of me, I need to fix myself. I didn't eat properly for 3 weeks, but instead of losing weight, it made me gain more weight. I got dizzy from then. Now I am not good for my housework. I did not understand why I was doing all this. What I was living my life for. What would I gain by living like this? Now, everything is up to my husband that I should be like this. This is not the life I want to live. I just don't understand what was going on. There were thousands of questions in my mind. A friend of mine was a psychiatrist. She came to my house one day and I told her everything. She said to find your happiness within yourself, find it in your children. If he doesn't care about you, don't worry about him either. Leave him alone. Always remember one thing: when we run after someone, he runs ahead and we ignore them, then he starts running behind us. Now hearing these words, they touched my heart and I started doing like this. I was standing in front of me. There was this guy, his name was James and he was 22 years old. He knocked on the door, and he said, "Mom, can I get a cup of milk? I have come to stay in the house next to you and my things have not arrived yet." I said, "Yeah, of course." I went and poured a cup of milk and gave it to him. He said, "Thank you very much." And I left. I saw him leaving. He had come to stay in the opposite house, which was empty for a long time. I don't know why I was thinking about it. Well, after that, in the evening, he came back again and this time there was coffee in it. I said what we needed. He said it was empty and it was not good to give the empty cup. Well, I make very good coffee. I sipped some coffee. It was really good. I appreciated it. He said, "You also live alone?" So I said, "No, I live with my husband and daughters." He said that you are married. It doesn't look like that. You are married, looking at your children. And I thought he's joking because my husband is not a funny person. He used to say that you look like a mother of 10 children. Not one. He said, "Did I say something bad?" I said no. Then he said, "I'm not kidding. You are a very beautiful mom and I am a very rude person. I will keep coming to ask you for something or other." I said, "No problem. I won't mind." Then he left and my husband came in the night and started shouting as soon as he came home because I didn't have the clothes. He was insisting that I want to wear the same clothes. I quickly washed his clothes and put them in the dryer machine and then ironed them and gave them to him. This work took me 2 hours and I was late for dinner when I was giving him food. Then he started asking, "Why are you so late?" "It is late. I am hungry," and he ordered food. My daughter, she also sat by him and started eating and no one ate the food I had prepared. That's why the next day I thought that I will give this food to James. He will eat it. Otherwise this food will be wasted anyway. I went to his house to give him food. I don't want to come there. He insisted that the shirt, come inside, but I don't want to go inside. I gave him the food and said that you have spoiled my habit because I don't know how to cook. I said, "No problem. If you want something, you can tell me because I cook at home." He said that you will be disturbed. Said, "No, it does not matter." He said, "Then your husband will feel bad. I have seen them." He looked like an angry man. I laughed at the fact that he looked like that. And I said, "Yes, he is like that, but he won't feel bad because he feels bad about everything as it is nothing good. I'm used to his anger when he gets angry about 10 things. If he gets angry about 2 or 4 things, then nothing will happen. Sometimes people don't know why they speak their hearts in front of strangers." Then one day, my little daughter, who were just started walking, suddenly ran out of the house and I ran after her and almost ran into a car and Jim saved her. She was so scared. She hugged James and he took her in. I was very nervous. I thanked him a lot and told him to eat and go. When he was leaving the house, I was looking at him very carefully. He saved my daughter's life. I wanted to do something else. But what could I do since then? My daughters became very good friends with him and then he used to come and go in the house. My husband used to go in the morning and come back in the evening. Sometimes I used to make something and send it to his house and he didn't send it back empty. I was very happy with my daughters. One day my daughter said, "Like you play video games with us, Pa never plays with us." I told her that she shouldn't have said that. One day he asked me, "Are you not happy with your marriage?" So that was a big question because you don't look happy at all. I told him yes, it is like that. But what can be done now when we started talking to each other from the heart? So then we became very close to each other. And one day he came home, but my 2 daughters were sleeping and we were alone and we got carried away. I lost myself in James's arm. But after that, we made a lot of mistakes. But the day it happened that I was also surprised. My husband was told by James himself that he loves me because he was leaving my house and my husband had seen him. They fought. Now he even told my husband that you should love your wife, just leave her and let me marry her. I will do it and I will take care of your daughters better than you. You do not know how to run a family. So you do not know how to keep a wife and how to make a woman happy. Cannot give time to your daughters in life. You didn't talk to her all day long while you have got the most beautiful girl in the world. When my husband came home, he told me all this. He came home badly and I felt that now he will tell me a lot of things I told him that you did not talk to me at all, did not come there for me for months. You know, and that's why I was swept away. I don't know how to control myself. My husband was not saying anything and was silent. And the next day, something happened that I was surprised when I woke up in the morning. He had made breakfast for me and woke me up lovingly and told me to forgive me because you are at this point. I'm the one who did this. I'm the reason. I don't know what happened to me. I used to get tension all the time and I used to take my tension on you. You are my wife. You are really beautiful. I have a family which is very sweet. And from today, I will do everything for you guys. I will not complain about anything. Just don't leave me. I didn't even leave him. He was the father of my children. My daughters used to say him Papa. Then how could I do this? He's a father to my daughter. I said to James that whatever happened between us was just a mistake. We both sat down and I tell him that I can't go with him and he said I am ready for anything. I will also keep your daughters for adoption. You know, I said, look at yourself, what is your age now? You have to live your whole life in a good way, some dreams. So focus on your dreams. You know, I don't want to come into your life and ruin your life. So you have to take care of 2 daughters and I am not like you. I am much older than you. You became a good friend in my life. And the time I spent with you was also beautiful, but I can't be selfish. I explained to him and he understood and he left it forever. My husband probably realized that I am not that bad. And that even at this age, I can't be loved by a young handsome boy who is willingly to do anything for me means I have some value. I have not gone through so much. He realized his mistake and that's why he changed and everything was fine in my life. From then on, when someone cheats on each other and has an affair, their life is ruined. But my affair made my life fine again. It made my husband realize what is more important and will not have children. And that when my girls go to school, I can do a job. Now, my life is perfect and I'm very happy with my